Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Kamen Rider X-Aid review for you today. This is another entry in the Level Up Rider series, number 7, Kamen Rider Lazer Bike Gamer. So as you can see, his level 2 mode is a bike, kind of unique for riders this year. Here is his level 1 mode, and then here's X-Aid riding him in level 2. Pretty cool picture up here on the top. Nice picture down here. Not a whole lot going on the bottom there. On this side, just shows again level 2, level 1. Again, X-Aid riding him. And then on the back, just kind of another similar picture. Level 1, level 2, and then compatibility with the X-Aid figure. So, pretty fun packaging, very colorful. Like it a lot. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is Lazer Level 2 out of the packaging. This is pretty much exactly how he comes in the box. Kickstand comes folded up, though. But you can see he's like a dirt bike. Looks pretty good, I think. Nice detailing. The black paint's pretty sharp. I like that a lot. You can see here is his driver, here on the top. He's kind of got two faces going on here. One here, and then the bigger one here. Rolls pretty well. Both the wheels spin nicely. So there's that. Folding the kickstand out. Stands pretty well. I think that looks good. Real quick, you can put one of the other riders on here. I'll take his accessory out of his hand real quick. So you can get him to hold on to the bars, handlebars here. See if I can get this going. Probably easier to turn at the bicep. Get him on there. He can ride it. His driver gets in the way a little bit. You could always take it off if you wanted to. But, sorry, let me pan out. So you can get him situated on there. He looks pretty good. If you wanted to display like him riding, you could figure out something like that. I don't know. I think it kind of works better if you don't worry about having him necessarily touch the handlebars. That's just my opinion. But he does fit on there. I know I'm not very good at posing figures. Maybe if I brought his legs up higher. Well, again, I'm not the best at this, but there we go. That kind of works. Something like that. There we go. That looks better. So there you go. Just wanted to show you that, of course, is compatible. Any of the riders can fit on him, and hopefully if you're better at posing than I am, you can get some better poses on the bike, but they do, of course, fit right on there, so I'm going to move X-Aid off to the side. We can focus again on Lazer, so I'm going to fold up his kickstand. Level 1 transformation, pretty simple. You can pull this part right off. As you can see, there's two little pegs that fit into two sockets down this channel. They're kind of deep in there, so it's impossible to see them, especially on camera. And then this whole section here, starting with the wheel cover, that whole thing comes unpegged. You can see there's two white pegs right there, and then two clips right there. So you're going to put both of those off to the side for a second, and then you're kind of left with this section. You're going to fold this up pretty much 90 degrees, not 100%, but it's pretty much 90 degrees, like that. You can see the face here for the level 1 transformation. You're going to just lift it up first, and then pull off the chest piece, and then you can put it back down. And now you can see the groove that the chest piece was pegged into. This big tab there is going to pop right into there and kind of shore that up, and then you can fold this head back down. And it's not 100%. I mean, it kind of, you know, knocks out fairly easily, but it's fairly secure once you pop it in that channel. And then that's pretty much it. You can see the socket right there. So bringing in the level 1 body from X-Aid, you can go ahead and pop this in. I guess I'll take a closer look at this real quick for you. Easier when it's not connected. But you can see it's got the Gashicon Sparrow as his weapon, the one sight by itself in the crossbow mode. So I appreciate that. Looks pretty good. But you pop that right on here very easily. No problems there. For this tab, when I just try to peg it in, at least in my opinion, it doesn't fit super snug. What I've noticed, if you kind of put it like this, and then kind of drop it down from above and slide it down, it kind of secures in better, but it's still kind of loose. It's not the best connection in there. But here is the level 1. The head doesn't fit as nicely as the others have, but it does fit in there. Now you can bring these back, slide this black section down a little bit, and that kind of exposes these as kind of like barrels to a blaster. And then you can see this gray tab right here folds out. And then you're going to rotate it 90 degrees like that. And then you can pop it in his one fist. Get in there, you. There we go. And then same thing over here. You can see there's another tab that you pop out and you'll rotate 90 degrees. And then you can pop that in this fist. So there you go. Now, unfortunately, these pieces are both very heavy. So the ball joint that these arms are on, not even close to really holding the weight. So if you try to raise it up, it's just going to immediately drop back down. I mean, if you kind of just pose it like with the arms out to the side, it kind of works. But, I mean, the way these ball joints are with the hands, it's already at a weird angle. So trying to, like, have him, you know, if this really was a blaster or something, that's just not really working out. So, unfortunately for this guy, his level 1 mode is easily the weakest out of all the ones we've seen so far, in my opinion. It just doesn't work amazingly. It's not terrible. I don't mind it. It's still funny. It still makes me laugh, which is, I assume, what they're trying to do. You know, makes you smile with the level 1 modes, but it's just not perfect. I mean, you don't have to display these. You can just take these off and put them to the side, and then you can do whatever you want with the hands, you know, just like normal. But those are his 2 weapons for this mode. And I mean, the back, you do have a giant engine block hanging out the back. And you can see the other head. So, it is what it is. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. So while I'm taking a look at this figure, I wanted to kind of show a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come. I left the 2 wheel pieces off because that's what you're not going to need them for the level 3 version either. But to transform this into level 3, you can see right here, there's a little panel that'll flip out and another little panel on this side, and they're going to become shoulder pads. And you can see it kind of opens up for some ball joint sockets. And then what you're going to do is lift this up. And I've replaced this from the level 1. That's going to be his chest piece. You're going to bring this around, and you can see there's a little divot there for a tab on his chin. And then you're going to just fold this down the back. Unfortunately, this doesn't tab in over here. I would have loved it if they would have just put a little slot right here just for that to kind of rest in. It would have really secured this up. But either way, it's not terrible. And then you're going to just pop these apart. And then the legs will connect into these 2 like exhaust ports on the back. So that's kind of a sneak preview for his level 3. The Level Up Rider Series number 8 that has the Giri Giri Chambara pieces. You kind of disassemble that little guy, and then the arms will peg in there, and the legs will peg in here and here. And I think he gets like a skirt over top of this, and then a new driver that plugs in. And then he also gets a new face piece that'll peg on top of this. And then that'll be his level 3 form. So kind of a little sneak peek onto what that's going to look like. But this is the torso for that formation. So I think it's kind of funny when you first open the box and you just pull out this bike. It does seem very basic as far as a toy goes. But there's definitely a lot of playability packed into this guy. I like the bike mode. I think it works well. You know, it rolls nice. The wheels function. It can hold the riders well. So I think it definitely works. In the bike form, the level 1 form is okay. It's not terrible. I do think it's kind of the weakest of the level 1s that we've gotten so far. And it's just because he doesn't fit into that body as perfectly as the others do. It works. It looks okay. The other kind of bummer of a drawback is that the two wheel pieces that he uses for his weapons just kind of are too heavy for the arm connections. And if we had a little bit better of a body for the level 1 where you had kind of a better arm articulation, that might have been something that wouldn't be that big of an issue. But the way the arms are designed on that, it sadly is just too much weight for them to handle. Again, not terribly upsetting, but just kind of a general bummer. Where I think this guy is really going to shine is the level 3 mode, because as I showed, the torso already looks pretty neat, and when you are going to be able to combine arms and legs to that, I think that form is going to look really good by the time that's done. So that's what I'm most excited for. But just this on its own, I think is fun. I think it's going to be even better once you get those other pieces. So I definitely recommend picking this up. If for nothing else, if you're not really that hot with the level 1, I think this level 2 bike mode looks great. You know, you can get the figures pose on it, look very good. But I think that level 3 is where this toy is really going to shine. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear your opinions and see what you guys think. So let me know in the comments down below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Level Up Rider Series 07 Kamen Rider Lazer Bike Gamer. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.